We're live. I'm back on a Tuesday. Last week I had to miss my Tuesday vlog, or sorry, not vlog, live stream, but I'm back again on a Tuesday, on a lovely Tuesday, by the way. It's very sunny here. Um, Unfortunately, the way my desk is set up in this location, it doesn't it doesn't take the sun very well. Like, I'm not really catching the sun from this angle, but my other locations, I do get really good sun. So if you're catching with a gray background, here I am explaining the weather. Anyway, today we have a really fun topic that I have some notes that I prepared here to talk about with you all because it's that important to me. This one hits close to home for me because I have been here myself. I spent a lot of time here. I am still in the works of getting myself out of here and stepping into my true identity, my new identity, who I am and who I'm meant to be. But I still wanted to talk to those who are still maybe in the beginning phases of that and they're not quite where they want to be. They know that there's something else out there for them and they're just trying to step into that, but they need a bit of a push because I myself needed the push. I needed to hear this from other people. So today's topic, I'm just going to adjust myself because I just want to get comfy. This is going to be a talk. Today's topic is nice girl syndrome and style. It's just really key that we talk about these things. Now, you might be saying the nice girl syndrome and style, like, what are we talking about? Why are we not talking about clothes today? What's going on? I personally work as a personal stylist, as an image consultant, as an image coach. I believe that if you want to invest your money and having your wardrobe changed, I can do that. I can point you to like 100 other people who can help you do that. There are thousands of people across the globe who can help you do that, okay? There are YouTube videos. There's Pinterest boards. There's all sorts of things that can help you change your look. But I truly, truly, truly believe that if you change your look, if you just change your personal image, if you just, change your style without doing the inner work of unpacking how you got there, where you are today, and where you want to be, without doing the inner work practices, without unpacking limiting beliefs, without addressing the elephants in the room, without changing the way that you perceive yourself before you allow yourself to be seen by others. If you do the superficial work without the inner work that should come along with it, it is a waste of your money. You will learn what looks good on you. You will learn where to go buy it, but you will never actually feel like you can look good because the issue isn't the clothes alone and getting dressed alone. The issue is also your internal dialogue, mental chatter, limiting beliefs. So that is why today we are going to unpack nice girl syndrome and how it's affecting your style honestly and truly, and how it's also affecting your life. So if you're new here, how rude of me. I keep jumping in without introducing myself. My name is Kyla. I am a personal stylist and image consultant for brilliant women who want to have brilliant closets, which will ultimately lead to brilliant lives. Nice girl syndrome has an effect on your ability to, one, see yourself as a brilliant woman, two, allow yourself to create a brilliant closet, and three, actually have a brilliant life. So that's why we're talking about it, and we're talking about it alongside the topic of style today. If you struggle with nice girl syndrome, or you are a recovering nice girl, okay, leave something in the chat for me, leave something in the comments for me, because you're my people. You're the people I'm here to talk to today. If you're somebody who knows someone who is, maybe it's like your good friend, your sister, you all just had a phone call the other day where you're talking about being too nice. Stop being so nice all the time. You don't have to be nice to everyone all the time. If you know someone like that, send them this video. Tell them to watch this video because this is for them. Okay, so I brought my tea. Sorry, I brought my tea. This is my little Tabitha Brown cup that I picked up from Target last year. It says take care of yourself. It's so cute. I don't love the circular handle because when it is hot, it's hard to hold on to, but it's still really cute. And once it's cooled down, it's easier to hold on to. The tea that I'm drinking today, it's a Lipton tea from Lipton Tea Brands. It's called Orange Passion Fruit Jasmine. It's really nice. I like it. I'm a tea girly. I do like bougie teas as well, but just for like the everyday, budget friendly, a good Lipton is good for me. A good Bigelow tea is good for me as well. So that is what I'm sipping on. If you're sipping on something, or if it's your lunch hour is coming up, start thinking about what you're going to eat. Let me know what you're eating, what you're sipping on. Cool. So let's get into it for real now. Nice girl syndrome and style. First things first, I want to start off with a warning. A warning for this video, and a warning I give every single client, every single person who enrolls in my courses. I always give this warning because it's so real and it needs to be said. When you decide to change your personal image, when you decide to change your personal style, you are deciding to change your lifestyle. Things around you are going to start changing when you start to make the steps towards making changes to yourself. It just is what it is. That is just law of attraction. I'm not saying it in some bougie way to get you to buy something. Like, no, this is just what's going to happen. As you start to shift your world internally, your world externally is going to match with that. It just is what it is, right? And that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. When you're making positive changes, you're going to see positive changes. But what's going to happen externally when it comes to your interpersonal relationships, those are going to change as well, because you're making shifts and changes to your own self, to your own identity, to the way you perceive you and to the way others perceive you. So with that being said, there are always going to be two responses to that. Okay. The first one is, oh my gosh, Kyla, you look so good. Oh my goodness. I love this. You look great, right? First one. The second one is, oh wow, Kyla, you're really dressed up today. Where are you going? You have somewhere to be? This is new. What are you, what's going on? Two responses from people, okay? Neither of them hold weight. Neither of them hold weight. Okay? You have two responses to those two reactions. The first response, thank you. Oh my gosh, Kyla, you look so good. Thank you. You look great too. Kyla, you're really dressed up today. Yes, I am. Two responses. That's it. Because neither of them hold that much weight. The reason you look good today is not to gather a bunch of compliments from a bunch of people. It's not. I mean, it's good. It's very good. It's a great plus to why you go through this whole process in the first place. But it's not for that. It's for you. And the reason that you made this change in your life, and that you changed your style, and that you changed your lifestyle, wasn't to get the approval of everyone. It was for you. Okay? So that is the first thing that you really have to unpack about nice girl syndrome. because nice girl syndrome isn't for you, it's for other people. So you're going to find yourself holding yourself back from all kinds of things in this life when you're worried about other people more than you're worried about your own human experience. Okay? So let's really unpack what is nice girl syndrome. Okay? Nice girl syndrome is often known as people pleasing. A nice girl is agreeable and amicable. She's somebody that is approachable. She's somebody that people just see. She's just there. She's just there. She's just there for people, and she makes them as happy as she possibly can by being as nice as she possibly can 24/7. Okay? The nice girl is oftentimes, when she has like maybe just like a little bit of edge, is the cool girl. The cool girl is the one who, it's cool even when it's not. 24/7, because she wants to be agreeable, approachable, and amicable. Now, the way we are socialized as women, it may seem like there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a nice girl or a cool girl. If anything, that is what we should strive towards, because they are approachable, they're cool, they're nice. Words that we just have these connotations in our head with being very positive. And while there's nothing wrong with having those qualities about you, being able to be nice, being cool, being approachable, those should not be your resounding personality traits, because those things are on a situational basis. You're not allowing yourself to live life on a situational basis. Instead, you're living your life on eggshells, trying to be perceived in a specific way. All right. We're getting into the meat now. Buckle your seatbelt. We're going to go for a little ride. Follow me. Follow me. All right. So, what we just talked about is the light and dark side of nice girl syndrome. Okay. There's a light and a dark to everything on this earth. Okay. The light side of nice girl syndrome: she's nice, she's approachable, she's agreeable, she's genuinely seen as like liked enough, she's liked. The dark side is that she can oftentimes be a second thought for others. She can oftentimes even feel invisible, no matter how nice she's being, no matter how much she's giving, which can oftentimes build into resentment. It's not that she is a hateful person or a resentful person or a negative person, but when you are constantly, regardless of the situation, just trying to be perceived in a specific way, it can get in the way of your contentment, because you're not prioritizing you. So why would anybody else? And this is the conundrum that women who identify or struggle with nice girl or cool girl, this is what they oftentimes run into. Okay. Now, the benefit of being nice, being cool, is that there are moments where people are going to pedestalize you. They are 100% going to pedestalize you, because you are the shining example of their convenience. And as long as it's convenient to them, you will stay up on that pedestal. But when the day comes, and it will, that you are no longer convenient, or that it is no longer convenient, or they just don't need you right now, you're going to realize that you've given up your personal power in order to be palatable. We're going to get deep into this today, okay? So let's unpack why it doesn't work for you, Miss Nice Girl, little Miss Nice Girl. All right? Because you are operating in toxic light energy. Every human being, everything on this planet has a light and a dark to it. I have a pet parrot. Sometimes on my calls, you might hear him mocking me in the background, if he can pick up on what I'm saying, if he's close enough. His light is that he is hilarious. And it brings me so much joy. His dark is that I could be on a call and he doesn't care. So I have to do certain things to make sure that he doesn't become a disruption because he can. Love him. Doesn't change the fact that I love him, but he's a parrot. That's what parrots do. Okay, so even like my parrot, I have light and dark, you have light and dark. The color gray could have light and dark. Let's unpack what's light and dark for, what's light for the nice girl. Approachable, cool, easygoing, easy to hang out with, super convenient. These light aspects can become toxic very quickly. And they become toxic when they are either getting in the way of you living your life in a way that would bring you contentment, or they become toxic when they get in the way of people actually seeing you. Not seeing a nice girl, not seeing a cool girl, seeing Kyla. Okay? That's when it becomes a problem. You need to focus more on being yourself, not on being everybody's cup of tea. Okay? Being everybody's cup of tea means you're nobody's cup of tea, because not everybody can like one thing. It's just impossible. So, by trying to shape yourself for others versus shaping yourself for your true desires, you are going to get in the way of you discovering yourself. Now, maybe you know yourself enough to say, like, hey, I know what I'm good at, or hey, I know that I'm smart, or hey, I know that I'm nice, but do you know your desires? Do you know what's really going to make you tick? Do you really know you? Do you know what you need? Do you know what you want? Do you know what your preferences are? Do you know what your taste is? Okay. You getting to know you builds your own self-trust, builds your own confidence, builds your own self-respect, builds your own self-concept, builds your own self-perception, builds your own personal image. Okay. You need to be able to respect you, even if that's at the expense of other people liking you. You need to enjoy you and feel contentment with you, even if that's at the expense of others enjoying you and feeling contented by you. Okay? The only thing you need from other people at the end of the day is just baseline respect. You don't need to be the thing that made them happy that day. Okay? It's nice if you do, 100% nice if you do, but it's not your purpose on this earth to make others happy. And here's why. Let's unpack that. Because there's no reward. There's no reward. There's no trophy. There's no pot of gold at the end of some rainbow for being palatable. Okay? All you're going to get is empty approval that can very easily be weaponized against you. Oftentimes, nice girls find themselves in situations where they're just like, how did I get here? Maybe you're sitting there listening to someone just trauma dump their day all over you, and you have your own shit going on. They don't even know. They don't even know. Or maybe you're in a situation where you're in a friendship or you're in your career and you're sitting there going, I've been working so damn hard for years and no one seems to notice. No one seems to notice when it's time to be rewarded. It's like I'm just faded into this wall because you're too busy being palatable and being nice and not busy being yourself and keeping yourself up as a priority and having respect for yourself so you can be respected by others. Let's get into why nice girl syndrome doesn't do anything for other people. You might think it does because, like, I made someone smile, or like, oh, so and so called me nice, or like, we all we all get along. So you might feel like my nice girl syndrome is really benefiting other people. But here's why it's not. Paper. Here are all the reasons why it's not. One, the dark side of your nice girl syndrome, the shadow side of that lightness of nice girl syndrome, is that it's actually very unappealing for people. They enjoy you because they know that you are convenient, or they know that you'll always be there to be nice. You're reliable in that way. But that doesn't mean you make much of an impression for me. You didn't really make much of an impression on your manager. You're just really nice. You're a pleasure to be around. That doesn't mean that you're a go-getter. It doesn't mean that you stay what you really think. It doesn't mean that you have certain aspects and qualities that people can deeply respect, even if they don't agree. This is why you can't be afraid of people not agreeing with what you have to say, of people not perceiving you as nice. A lot of women, their ultimate fear is someone thinking they're the B word, honestly. And they really fight so hard to not be seen that way. And I can understand, nobody wants to be called something like that. But I think the issue is that a lot of women believe that the opposite of being nice is being mean, but that is not true. The opposite of being nice is being kind. And one thing that I say to people who I can see are struggling with nice girl syndrome, oftentimes I say, I am kind. I'm not nice. I am generally perceived as someone who's not mean. Like, I'm not mean to people. I don't look at ways to be mean to people. I actually pride myself in being kind to others and compassionate to others, but that doesn't mean I'm nice all the time. I put lines in the road. There are boundaries in my life. I choose what's going to make me happy at the end of the day because I only have one life to live. These are the things that I had to do, the mindset shifts I had to make in my own life to step out of nice girl syndrome. I really hope this is speaking to someone today. Let's continue on why it doesn't actually work for other people. It's not your job to make everyone comfortable. It is nobody's job but themselves to make themselves comfortable. Unless you have like a child, that or like, you have somebody that you're in like a romantic relationship with, and you've made the decisions or made the vows to, keep each other comfortable enough, and even there are still boundaries within that. But it is not your job to make random people comfortable or happy. It's not. It is not. And you striving to that and looking for ways to do that before you look at ways to do that for yourself is a problem. You can't make anybody happier than they choose to be. You can't nice someone into happiness. You can be pleasant to people and you can definitely be kind to people, but that's not about changing their day. That's just about you being in your own integrity. Okay? What you think you're doing is anticipating needs, but what you're really doing is just anticipating wants. And you can never anticipate someone's wants. You can never anticipate someone's desires. No one needs you to make them comfortable. You're not anticipating needs. You're trying to get ahead of something that doesn't even exist. Okay. Also, when it comes to other people and how they perceive your nice girl syndrome, what people say they like, nice girls know this. You know this. What people say they like, what people say they enjoy, and what people actually choose can sometimes not be the same thing. Okay? Someone might say, when you're thinking of like, oh, maybe we're talking about love life. When I want somebody who's going to be this and that and this and that, and then who they choose doesn't always reflect that. Do you ever have a friend who did something like that? Or maybe you yourself have done that? It's because people don't always actually choose what they say they want. So someone might enjoy you being nice, and say like, oh, I love being around nice people. But what they're going to choose at the end of the day is the thing that brings them the most contentment, which is themselves. Okay? That's why you might notice that you're in this nice girl syndrome and you're never being rewarded for it because it's not meant, there's no trophies in life, okay? You have to make your own trophy. You have to define what makes you happy for yourself and live that out. All right? Let me take a little sip of this tea. I told you we were going deep today. People might like convenience, the convenience that a nice girl, cool girl brings. Okay? But they may not choose to put her in a situation that would benefit her. Okay? Because that's what she's responsible for. That's not their responsibility. So if you're trying to use your nice girl syndrome as a way to get people to feel endeared with you, you would be much better off. You will be much better off with choosing situations where you are content, putting down boundaries in your life, and discovering who you really are and what you really desire and getting it for yourself. And that is when you're going to start to attract the things that you actually see as rewards and actually want in your life. Okay, there's no being nice and getting yourself to that. That's just the reality of life. These are things that I talk to my clients about when I sit with them in one-on-one sessions. That first session that we always do is where we do a mindset shift. We do style coaching. And I'm always having this conversation with another woman because the way that we're socialized, we are socialized. I mean, especially as women, especially when you start to layer things on top of being a woman, like race, sexuality, gender identity. The more you start to layer those things, the more you feel this pressure to be nice so that you can just try to get something, try to have something that you want to have. But that is not actually the answer. Here's the secret no one seems to be telling you. Here's the secret they didn't tell you because they didn't know themselves. Whew, it's a lot. Instead of striving for being palatable, being nice, being approachable, strive for being attractive. Strive for being attractive to the things that you desire. Basic law of attraction. Be authentic. Here's where this all ties into style. Like I said, I am the personal stylist, the image coach who's going to sit down with you, and we are going to do the inner work before we make the major change because I want this to be lasting for you. Okay? What you really want to do in this life is be authentic so you can attract the things that you actually desire. Okay? A great way of knowing if you're being authentic right now is if you're having a hard time with attracting the things you desire or not. When I was being nice all the time and just hoping and praying that they would like me and accept me, that is when I was repelling the things I actually wanted. When I just said, you know what, this is me. This is me. I'm not nice. That is when I started attracting things I didn't even realize I could truly have, even though I wanted to have them. Okay. This is when you start to become seen. You allow yourself to be seen because you are being you. You're going to find your true people. You're going to find your true career. You're going to find your true job. You're going to find your true partner. You're going to find your true friends. You're going to find your true closet. You're going to find your true home. You're going to find your true body, your true health, the things that are meant for you when you start to just align yourself to what you desire. instead of trying to align yourself to what you anticipate someone else might desire. It's not to say you can't ever think of others or think for others in your life, but it can't be a resounding personality. It's too much. It's too much. Being nice is like a skill that we learn in kindergarten. You know, how to share, how to say good morning, how to say please and thank you. These are skills that we should have, but they're not our personality. Kind is a major part of a personality, though. Kind is compassion. Kind is having the understanding that everyone is their own individual. Kind is being honest when needed. Kindness is authenticity, but nice isn't those things. I hope you're understanding. I hope this is making sense. The law of attraction also has its dark and its light. There's so much talked about the light side of the dark of the law of attraction, but the dark side to that is that the same way you attract, you're going to repel. The things that are for you, you will attract. The things that are not will be repelled. There's two sides to every coin. Okay? You need to live your life in a way where you are attracting and aligning to the desires in your life. That even means getting dressed for those things. That means having the personal image that attracts the thing you say you want to have. That is why treating yourself, as a priority so that you can be treated as a priority. Getting dressed in the morning is a priority. It's something that you actually took the time to invest time, money, and energy into in some way, shape, or form so that you can attract your desire. Okay. Whether you're investing in that with the time that you've taken and dedicated to figuring it out yourself, whether you've invested the energy into completing a course about it, or you've invested the money to have someone come in and sit with you and walk you through it. You have to treat yourself like a priority to be treated like one in this life and every life. This is the universal truth for every human on the planet. Okay. I also want you to consider being inspired and living inspired to actually inspire others. Being nice all the time doesn't actually really inspire anybody. Being kind and compassionate can, like Mother Teresa is great, but even Mother Teresa wasn't nice all the time. She was kind, though. She was compassionate. She was inspiring, and she inspired others. Be authentic and be passionate and be unwavering in the thing that you want in your life to inspire, but don't do inspiration from the place of, I hope they're going to like this. I hope they're going to like me, because that isn't inspiring energy. Everything you do, as long as that is the undertone to it, it just can't be inspiring like that. Okay. The other shift to make is stop trying to prove yourself and just be yourself. A lot of the times when we're being nice, we're trying to prove our worthiness, our niceness, our compassionate. We're trying to virtue signal to others instead of just being yourself. So that is everything I had to say today. That's all my notes. Really, at the end of the day, the opposite of nice girl syndrome is just letting yourself be seen in your authenticity. That doesn't mean just being sluggish and being lazy and giving up or being mean or anything like that, because that's also not authentic. That's just angry. That's not a personality. That's just anger or fear or doubt or being hypercritical. Just let yourself be seen. Be seen going after your desire. Okay? Don't be afraid of being seen. Do be afraid of trying to be so nice all the time that you never get to be seen for yourself. Okay? Anyway, I hope you all have an excellent day. Thank you for watching. And also, if you're watching me from YouTube, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're catching the replay. And turn on the notification bell for me on LinkedIn or YouTube if you would like to catch me whenever I go live. Like I said, last week I ran into a snag and I had to go live on Friday instead of a Tuesday. But if your notifications are turned on, you'll always know. So have a great one. I will see you all later. Bye.